Operations. I have with me Assistant Chief Lopez, our Region 1 Assistant Chief, and I have Commander Harris, the Commander of North Division. So this evening at approximately 3:25 p.m., uh, located here at the Verizon store located in the 3000 block of Yale, we had two suspects rush into the store and immediately hold an officer at gunpoint. Both suspects were hooded up and masked up. Um, they held the officer and employees at gunpoint, disarmed the officer, stole several smartphones, held other employees up at gunpoint. They left the store. Um, Let me speak to our officer first. She's a 7-year officer from our Vehicular Crimes Division. And I want to tell you, even though she was disarmed, I'm so proud of her actions. She didn't lose her composure, even at being held at gunpoint. She did exactly how she was trained. She kept her cool. And immediately when the suspects left the store, she immediately got on her handheld police radio and put a description out on the suspect's vehicle and a description of the suspects. Officers were in the area. They immediately spotted the suspect at Yale at I-10, just a block away. The first suspect jumped out on foot just south of 610. Officers set up a perimeter and brought that suspect in custody. The second suspect, it was two more suspects, one driver and one passenger. A chase ensued. It went through 610, all the way to I-10 East. They took the I-10 at Crest exit, at which time the second suspect jumped out. We're still looking for that one suspect. The driver of the vehicle continued in that northeast area, driving around the neighborhood. The chase lasted for approximately 15 minutes. The suspect crashed at Lowndes at Waco. When he crashed the vehicle, crashed into another citizen, he immediately jumped out the vehicle. Officers were in the area and captured him within a block. We have recovered the officer's gun, her cell phone, and the cell phones from Verizon store. I just want to speak to the collective dedication and heart of the police officers in this area. Great job. And a message to the criminals. You come out in our city and you do crime, we're going to get you. And I'm just really proud of it. I'm proud of all of the units, our K-9 unit, our patrol units, our crime suppression units, and even members from DPS assisted. So 2 suspects are in custody. Charges, of course, aggravated robbery for the Verizon store, aggravated robbery on our police officer, and also disarming a police officer. Like I said, I'm very proud that she kept her composure, because if she didn't, someone could have lost their life here. So good conclusion. We got 2 suspects, and once we got 2, pretty easy to get the third one. We're not sure. That's part of the investigation right now. Yes. Verizon stores have been employing off-duty police officers for several years, and I'm glad the officer was here. I'm glad that it worked out good. We got all the goods and the articles back. We're going to process that same, and we're still looking for that third suspect. Yeah, the chase lasted for approximately 15 minutes, so I don't have every location that it went. Yeah, but right, I-10. I'm sorry, Waco and Lowndes. At that Waco and Lowndes. Okay, Lions. Yeah. Okay. There was one suspect that was after he had the wreck, he was captured at that intersection or just in that immediate area. The first suspect was captured just a block south of 610 right here. He jumped out on foot. Now, the third suspect at I-10 and Crest Street, we're still looking for that suspect.
Chief, a lot of times I guess bad guys don't think about the technology that's changed. I know in this case you were able to use, I guess, trackers that were in the phone cases.
Not willing to discuss that right now. That's part of the investigation. The key here is to remember the actions of this off-duty police officer. Remaining calm while she was held at gunpoint, disarmed, but immediately getting on that radio and putting that description out. And very good. I think they also hit a hold-up alarm at the Verizon store, which alerted more officers. So we had officers really quick to the area, and we were able to get 2 out of 3 suspects, and I'm pretty confident we'll get the third.
What do you think if the EJ officer had been working here?
I don't know. I'm glad that she was here. You know, we've had other stores robbed in the area. We all know that the cell phones, smartphones right now is a hot item for suspects to steal. And thank goodness that they had police officers here at Verizon. Yeah. Right. She's not actively working for the city. She's a Houston police officer in full uniform, but she's working in an off-duty capacity as what we call an extra job, extra employment. All right? Yep.
Can you just emphasize for us, when they first came in, they had their guns drawn?
Yes, immediately, you know, guns drawn, well, one gun at least, okay? And immediately approached the officer, and like I said, she did just as we trained her to do. If you know somebody overtake you that quickly, you know, just remain calm and become a good witness, and that's what she did. And her brothers and sisters in blue showed up, and we got 2 or 3, and we'll get the third one.
Were they violent?
Are they violent?
Yeah, like were they like forceful with the officer at all, or?
That's part of the investigation. But with anybody comes in and sees a police officer and other citizens, and they engage in an aggravated robbery with a gun, you better believe they violent.
And just to clarify, the second suspect taken into custody, you think was the driver, right?
Yes, he was the driver. He crashed the vehicle, and officers had eyes on him and pretty quickly took him into custody.
Surveillance video, do we have that?
I'm sure that there's going to be some surveillance video here that the investigators are probably looking at, so that's part of the investigation. Yeah. Anything else? All right, thank y'all. Thank you.